Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Toby with O-Line Security, and today we are going to go through another machine from Hack the Box. All right, this is a part of our Hack the Box series, doing the TJ Null OSCP boxes, which are the retired machines from Hack the Box. All right, if you've been liking this series, if you've been liking the videos, especially our write-ups, please do me a favor and smash the like button. Leave a comment if there's a particular box you want us to see. Or maybe you want to hop on one of these sessions and hack through one of these boxes with us. We do group sessions. They're live, they're free, and you're more than welcome to join us. All right, so let's jump into this. I've already popped shells on this box. This was a few days ago. It's just taken me a while to actually do the video walkthrough. So I'm definitely not going to run some of these scans again, because while I was going through this box the first time, it actually took me 2 days to pop the shell, and that's because the first day there were just a bunch of, or the first night, there were a bunch of network connectivity issues. My Gobuster scans were not working. They just kept timing out over and over and over. I wasn't able to ping the box. The box would just, I guess it would go idle. It would come back online, go idle, come back online. It was just a headache. So I wasn't able to really do anything with the box until the next morning, and everything I needed was from my Gobuster scans, which is why I couldn't get anywhere that first night. So I'm not going to run the scans again. I already have them here. Okay, I have my Nmap scan. Let's look at the Nmap scan first. Nmap scan showed 2 ports open, port 80 and port 443 open. We can see the version of this service that was on port 80. Hey, if anybody was able to exploit this box using this light HTTPD service, please let me know in the comment section. After this video, I'm going to go and look for a few walkthroughs to see if anybody was able to get through because of this attack vector here. I was not. Okay, so port 80 and port 443 are open. Let's go ahead and check these web pages out. Let me make sure my host file is still the same. Yes, all right. So if we go to sense.htb, we're going to get some type of DNS error. Okay, there's some type of, it's not totally configured to work or to show the web page using this host or this domain. But if we just use the IP address, we do get a login prompt for pfSense. Right? pfSense is a UTM, a Unified Threat Manager. It has a bunch of different security tools all housed inside of one application. So you have your firewalls, a VPN, router, and a bunch of other things that come with pfSense. So we get login page here. If you try to go to this on port 80, let's see, what did we get last time? Okay, it just redirects us to HTTPS. So maybe this box has HSTS implemented on the back end. Okay, one thing that I did do, I checked the information in the certificate to see if there was anything that we could use, maybe maybe some type of username, maybe an email address. But there wasn't anything in here, right? There wasn't anything in here that, at least that I thought that I could use. Usually, some people forget an email address of a valid user in here. But that wasn't the case in this situation. Okay, so Nmap didn't really get me anywhere for the most part, right? I did try to do some researching on this service. I don't remember if I know I tried an exploit, but I don't remember how many exploits I tried. Right, these are some things I might go back and try these again. Well, maybe this one. Not this one. Not this one. Not trying to do any denial of service attacks. And some of these may not work because of the version number. Right, because the one where was our version? 1.4.35. Right, these may not work. These are older versions. This may not work. It's a denial of service attack, which I'm not too interested in right now. These two may work, right? This one is the older version. And the older version, they may work, right? But they're not going to be the first one that I try if there are other options here. But we didn't use this. Okay, while we were running our Nmap scans, we also, the first night I was trying to run some Gobuster scans, but the Gobuster scans just took all day. Okay, so what we did was we came back the next morning and our Gobuster scans were just, they ran easy, clean, as if nothing happened the previous day. And what did we get from Gobuster? We got all these different results. Okay, most of these just redirected us just back to this home page right here. One of them that was pretty interesting was this changelog.txt file. If I copy this, and I apologize if you hear the kids in the background, they're doing virtual learning right now. You know, that cool fun stuff that they get to do. So this is pretty interesting because it said 2 of the 3 vulnerabilities have been patched. Not too sure which ones they're referring to right now, but obviously there's one vulnerability that hasn't been patched yet. Okay, and another thing before we look at the other file, which is this system_users.txt, before we look at that, right, we did try to use the default pfSense credentials, which is pfSense as the username and pfSense as the administrator. Okay, you could have easily Googled for pfSense's default credentials, and the default username and password is usually, oh, it might be admin in pfSense. All right, so let's see. That didn't work either, but I didn't try that. I did try some SQL injection. You can see that here. I tried some SQL injection attacks to try to get through. I didn't try to do a brute force attack, right? That's usually last resort, just in case there's some type of lockout policy. So let's go over to the next file, which is what gave us something to use, right? It came with default credentials. Please create the following user, username Rohit, and the password would be the company defaults. Not too sure what company defaults means. We do know that pfSense does have a default password of pfSense. So if we try that, Rohit pfSense, we are able to log into this pfSense server. Right? And remember we said pfSense was a UTM, right? So Unified Threat Manager. It comes built with different security tools such as a firewall, VPNs. What other services do they have here? Well, let's not get sidetracked. So that's definitely something cool that you want to play around with, especially if you're a security person like myself. That is something you definitely want to become familiar with. All right, so here we have the version number of pfSense, which is 2.1.3. Okay, 2.1.3. You can go ahead and enumerate this a little bit more. You can go to the help section, try to click around and have some fun here. I wasn't able to find any other information to help me get a shell on this box besides this version number right here. So we take this version number, we just ask Searchsploit, hey, is there any vulnerabilities for pfSense? And we get one back, right? It's not the same version number. This is a newer version, but if this is vulnerable to this command injection, right, more than likely 2.1.3 may also be vulnerable, since 2.1.3 is an older version. Okay, this was actually the exploit that we used to get a shell on this box. So we have it right here. All right, this exploit right here. Fortunately, you can use Python 3, so you don't have to do anything funny or fancy to try to get this to work. But what it's doing, I believe it was, let me see. Yeah, it's using, this is an authenticated attack, so it needs credentials. It's taking a CSRF token. And I forgot what it was doing with it. Oh, yeah. There's some input validation vulnerability, I believe, and we're able to send some information to the database, or we're able to send information as, so there's a database variable that's being sent to the system. If I'm saying that correctly, there's a database variable that's going to the back end, and we're able to, it's not being sanitized, so we're swapping out this database variable. I don't believe this is it right here that I'm highlighting. I'm just highlighting it because it says database. But we're swapping out that database variable with our own malicious payload, some reverse shell. Okay, so all we have to do with the script is tell it the remote host that we're trying to target, give it our IP address, our port name, the username that we use to authenticate, and the password. The reason it needs credentials is because it's using some type of CSRF token in order to launch this exploit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to split the screen just so I can remember these arguments. Go back to my downloads folder, do Python 3, the name of the script. Our host will be 10.10.10.60. L host will be 10.10.14.13. That's us. L port, let's do it over. Port 1234. Username is Rohit. Password was pfsense. Let's start up another listener. And we'll start this on 1234. Now we should be able to execute this script. Let's go ahead and hit that. And this should give us a shell back. And we get it back. And fortunately about this, we get a shell back as root. So we don't have to do anything else after this. All right, this was definitely, I think it was the easiest box that I've done with HTB. The frustrating part about this for me was really that Gobuster scan that just took all day. Right, that night when Gobuster was running, I was just enumerating other services like Delight, HTTPD, trying to see if that was the vulnerable service we were supposed to exploit. Fortunately, I was able to get Gobuster to work the next day and pop a shell on this box, and thank God we were already root. So that just made our lives easier. So takeaways from this box, you definitely want to change default credentials. pfSense shouldn't be using the default credentials. That's a vulnerability, right? Because the default credentials are publicly available. Another thing is updating pfSense to a more secure version that prevents users from getting root access with a Python script of this nature. Okay, so other than that, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully this was informative for you. You're able to take away something new, something that you can use to better your hacking methodology, or just get better at what you do and what you came here for. Right? If you did enjoy this video, please do me a favor and smash the like button. Leave a comment. Let us know how you felt about it. If there's anything that you want to see more of, we'll definitely try our best to incorporate it. Other than that, tell a friend to tell a friend about these videos. We will see you next time. Stay safe. Hold on to your loved ones. Make sure you give them a big fat kiss, and they should know that you love them, because life is short. Enjoy it while you can with the people that matter the most, and we will see you next time. Peace.